Here's the problem with my content. In order to get from point A to point B, there's a lot of stuff that you have to do in between that people aren't willing to do. They don't like it, they find it boring, and they kind of just want to get to the good stuff, the fun stuff. For example, getting through the CIA document that talks about healing with the mind, manifestation, and astral projection, but without the right mindset, it's just hard to understand and implement. They want to get to point B without having to do all the other things. So the most important thing, which is the point A, is fixing your mindset. Your mindset is the single most important thing you'll ever fix in your lifetime. Because everything good that you want in your life begins with a healthy mindset. But here's the problem. Most of us don't live in a healthy mindset. Most of us don't care about living in a healthy mindset, or we don't realize that we're not living in a healthy mindset. Most of us don't find it important, or worse, we find it boring. Why do we have to do this? Why do we have to fix this? So instead of working on our mindsets, because people think it's easy, it's, oh, I'll just think positive and that'll fix everything. No. That's not how it works. So instead of all that, the working on point A to get to point B, we just try to look for a quick fix, a shortcut to get to whatever it is we want to get to, whatever goal we want to accomplish. So that's what I get a lot of, people just coming to me and saying, hey, just show me how to manifest and I'll do that. Or they'll say, okay, I'll just listen to affirmations on YouTube. No, it doesn't work like that. So that's the problem, is that a lot of people think that it's just, okay, it's just about thinking positive. Yeah, I got this. Yeah, I'm not going to think negative. And okay, I'm going to fast track it to, whatever it is that I'm looking to do. But the truth is nothing. Literally nothing happens without the right mindset. I don't care what you're listening to. I don't care what you're reading. I don't care how many books you've read on it or how many philosophers you've spoken to. If you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to accomplish the things that you're looking to accomplish. So I'm going to list out reasons of why you need a healthy mindset. And we'll start with manifestation. If you think, well, I want to manifest this thing, but your mindset is crap, good luck. Because you'll end up right where you started. Fixing your mindset will always come first before any of these things that I'm listing out. And for those who think manifestation is stupid or hocus pocus, if you're not even open to the possibility of it being real, then you're never going to manifest anything that you actually want. And then you're just going to keep believing that it doesn't work. Even if you live in a fairly healthy mindset, but still are not open to the possibility of creating your own reality, then again, you'll just stay stuck and you'll just keep attracting the same things that you consciously believe. It's just going to be the same stuff over and over again. So if your mindset is filled with doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs, manifestation will never work. Instead, you'll keep attracting what you don't want and then throw your hands up in the air and say, see, manifestation is bullshit. But the truth is, it's not manifestation that's failing. You're failing. You're failing at fixing your mindset, which is why manifestation doesn't fix itself for you. So if you want manifestation to work, you have to change your mindset. So the next thing is success. Whether it's your career, finances, or fitness, if you don't get your mind around what you think is achievable, you'll never get there. And you'll just keep falling short. And then you'll think that it's the things around you that are keeping you stuck and not your mind. You'll never think it's your mind. You'll never think that. Think about the person that always says, oh, well, if it were that easy, everyone would do it. That mindset alone will keep you stuck forever. Because a lot of the people who say that, and I come across a lot of people who say that, they've already convinced themselves that something is not achievable, that they will never accomplish whatever it is they're looking for. They'll never get there, no matter what they do. So they've already convinced themselves that success is out of reach. So they don't even try. And if you don't try, you don't succeed. That simple as that. And they will always stay in a sort of victim mentality, and that will get you nowhere. So you have to pull yourself out of that life is unfair mindset and stop seeing yourself as powerless. And that's when you'll see things start to shift. The next thing is your self-concept and self-worth. This is a big one. Self-doubt will keep you believing you aren't worthy, you aren't good enough, you aren't valuable. But if you shift your mindset to believe you are all those things, then you'll see the things around you change. And I promise you, they will change and you'll start to see a quick shift. I feel like this is a big one because we always have an easier time talking about our flaws and our weaknesses than our strong points. Think about it. How many times have you heard someone say, I'm not good at this, or I'm not that creative. So when we say things like that, or we think things like that, then we're just reinforcing our weaknesses. So when it comes to pulling myself out of that self-doubt mindset, one of my favorite things to do is to create a list of my good qualities within a specific situation. So I'll list out my skills, my qualities, my strengths. So if you're looking to do this, focus on why you bring value to a specific situation instead of thinking about reasons why you don't. The more you reinforce your worth, the more confident you'll become, the more opportunities you'll see, and you'll start seeing that you're willing to put yourself in situations that used to make you feel uncomfortable. You'll be more excited to try new things. Well, next is relationships, whether it's a marriage, a romantic relationship, a friendship, a relationship with your family. If your initial reaction is to be insecure, defensive, or consumed by trust issues, there's a problem. The insecurity within yourself will sabotage relationships. A healthy mindset around relationships will help you become more emotionally intelligent. You'll have more trust, and you'll be able to be vulnerable. And when I talk about being vulnerable, I'm not talking about just being weak. I mean, knowing that you'll be okay if this person leaves your life, everything's still gonna be fine. Sure, you'll be sad, you'll be hurt maybe, but you know that things will be fine with or without this person because you have that inner confidence within yourself. Your happiness, your value, your self-worth is not dependent on someone being there. So that kind of inner security will create stronger relationships, stronger bonds, stronger connections. And when you're in that mindset, you'll start to attract people who are not willing to take you and your qualities for granted. And again, something like this doesn't mean you have to affirm over and over again, they see my value, they see my worth. That's not what I'm talking about. It's whether or not they hurt you or see your value, you will be okay whether they do or they don't. Whether you continue in a relationship or not, these people, these outside relationships don't bring you value. You bring you value. Okay, this is a really important one. Health. Your mindset directly affects your health. Stress, negative thinking, they don't just weigh on your mind or disrupt you a little bit. They often manifest into chronic illness. Yes, your thoughts can literally turn into disease in your body. So when you're enraged, sad, upset, stressed, don't let that energy stay trapped in your body. You have to release it. And there's so many ways you can do this. You can take a walk in nature, go for a walk in a park, a walk on the beach, meditate. You can meditate. It doesn't just have to be sitting in a room where everything's quiet. Just be by yourself, be outside. During your break at work, you can practice box breathing. You can exercise. You know how everyone has this glow up when they start going to the gym. You have to find a way to release that energy. Do whatever it takes to bring you back to neutral. And that way you can shift yourself into a more positive state. Now, this is one of the biggest ones for me: spiritual growth and intuition. If you don't believe in the possibility of something bigger than what you're experiencing right now, beyond just this physical reality, it can hold you back in so many ways. It can keep you from recognizing your intuition. You know that gut instinct that you feel sometimes? You probably feel it on a daily basis and you're not realizing it. That is what helps you make right decisions for yourself. So if we're not willing to believe in something bigger than us or a higher self that is actually trying to guide us through life, then we're not going to recognize our intuition. Our intuition will help guide us through life, I promise you. So finding a way to recognize it is super important. Also, not being open to the idea of a higher consciousness can keep us from finding our purpose in life. Because I feel like a lot of times we feel like we're lost or we don't know what we're doing here or what this all is. And finding purpose will help you eliminate that. When you open your mind to the idea of something bigger than what we're seeing around us, we start moving through life differently. We begin to live with more clarity. And that is the part that's truly life-changing. And that is my list for all the different reasons that you need to have a good mindset base. And again, this is not something about thinking positive or being positive about something. It even is a neutral mindset and being open to different things, different ideas. Not, okay, I'll just think positive and everything will work out. That's just not how it works. And sometimes it's impossible because we're human. We have negativity that will creep in. We have worries that will creep in. But if you are able to learn to neutralize it, that's where the healthy mindset begins. And again, you need that healthy mindset because that is the base of everything good in your life.